Assalamualaikum and good day to all. Greeting to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Karina Airin. So, we are from Group 5 and today we will present about this.
Welcome. Assalamualaikum. My name is SURAYA binti ROSLAN. So what's this? This is Intel Core i5 processor architecture, 13th generation. Okay, before I tell about this, I will explain about multi-core architecture. A multi-core architecture places multiple processor cores and bundles them as a single physical processor. The objective is to create system that can complete more tasks at the same time, thereby gaining better overall system performance. There is an advantage for multi-core architecture. First, better application performance. Second, better hardware performance. And last is software dependent. Okay, next, why we choose Intel Core i5 13th generation? Intel Core i5 is a 64-bit theoretical core, high-end performance desktop microprocessor introduced by Intel in late 2022. This processor, which is based on the Raptor Lake microarchitecture, is manufactured on Intel's enhanced Intel 7 process. For this Intel, there is 4 advantages, which is larger cache and core count. Second, solid multi-core and single-core performance, hybrid architecture, compatible with previous generation chipset. And the component is SSE4.2. Second, AVX2. Next, Intel 64. And last, TXT. TXT is Trusted Execution Technology. Okay, that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Yassin and I will continue with our first component, which is SSE 4.2. SSE 4.2, also known as a Streaming SIMD Extensions 4.2, provide a set of instructions for SIMD, single instruction and multiple data operation, which it enable parallel processing of data. So I think it will be best for us by using the illustrated of SIMD, which is we all familiar with our latest chapter on chapter 6. So, what made SSE 4.2 different from other previous SSE? With the SSE 4.2, they added a couple more new instruction, which is CRC32 instruction and string operation. With CRC32 instruction, it provides instruction that accurate cyclic redundancy check, which is CRC computation. These instructions are particularly useful in data integrity checks, error detection, and network protocols where CRC calculation are required. And the other they add for SSE 4.2 is string operation. SE 4.2 includes instruction that optimize string and text operations, such as searching, comparing, and manipulating strings. So, this instruction enable faster and more efficient text processing algorithms, which can be beneficial in various applications like data parsing, text mining, and search algorithms. There are a lot of benefit with SSE 4.2, and one of them is improved performance in specific operations, accurate multimedia processing, enhanced string and text operations, efficient data integrity verification, and optimized packed integer operation for improved computational efficiency. And the last one is it can improve parallel processing capability, data shuffling, and bit manipulation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Awina binti Abdul Malik. Measure number 2023114115. Today I would like to present about AVX2. Advanced Vector Extension 2 is a vectorization extension to Intel x86 instruction set that can perform a single instruction multiple data or SIMD instruction over vectors of 256 bits. This version is extend the capability of AVX by adding a support for integer operation in the 256-bit SIMD registers. AVX2, the first introduced by Intel with the HASMAH microarchitecture in 2013, and was the latest adopted by AMD with the Excavator microarchitecture. In addition, fuse multiply add or FME instruction were also added in AVX2. which is it can improve the efficiency of some mathematical operation. There are two support of AVX2. The first one is Intel Haswell and latest desktop and mobile processor, and the two is AMD Excavator and the latest processor, including the Ryzen. Okay, we go to the next slide. There are several features and improvement introduced by AVX2. Okay, number one is a support for the wider vector register. AVX2 is increase the size of vector register from the 128 bits to the 256 bits. This allows for processing twice as much data in parallel and resulting in the improved performance. Okay, we go to the number two, new integer arithmetic instruction. The AVX2 is introduced a set of new instructions for integer arithmetic operation, like as a subtraction, addition, multiplication, and the shift. This instruction is execute parallel operation on multiple integer components, offering a considerable speed improvements or integer intensive tasks. Okay, number three is AVX getter and scatter operation. AVX2 is add support for getter scatter operation, which is allowed for a fast data loading from and storage back to non-contiguous memory digit. This capability is very beneficial for irregular data structure and algorithm. Okay, number four, the last is improve vector permute capabilities. FVX2 is a contain improve vector permute instruction that enable more flexible vector element shuffling and reordering. This instruction is allowed for the efficient data organization, which is useful for the variety of algorithm and calculation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is ATHILIA binti MUTALIB. Today I will explain the third component in iCore 5, which is Intel 64. What is Intel 64? Intel 64 or x64 is an instruction set architecture based on x86 extended to enable 64-bit code. Introducing two modes of operation, the 64-bit mode and the compatibility mode, which allow user to run 60-bit and 32-bit application as well. The Intel 64 architecture support much greater amount of virtual and physical memory than x86 architecture, allowing application to store large data amount in memory. The x64 architecture can utilize a total of 2 power of 64 byte, equalizing up to 16 billion gigabyte of memory. The much greater resource utilization makes it suitable for powering supercomputer and machine that need access to the vast resource. The x64 architecture allows the CPU to process 64 bit of data per clock cycle, much more than x86. Benefit of Intel 64. First, support up to 60 EB of RAM. The processor can access much larger amount of memory compared to 30-bit system. Second, has 64-bit bus allowing parallel transmit of flash data amount. 64-bit processor can handle larger chunk of data as on, which can result in improved performance for certain tasks. Third, improve security. Intel 64 architecture includes security features such as data execution prevention and address space layout randomization that help protect against certain type of malicious attacks. 4. Support 32-bit and 64-bit software, allowing you to run both 32-bit and 64-bit application on the same system.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm going to explain one of the major components of the Intel Core i5 30600K is the Intel Text 2.0 or Intel TST. TST is a technology developed by the Intel to improve the security and integrity of the platform. TST is the short form of Trusted Execution Technology. It is a security technology implemented in the hardware, firmware, and operating system of Intel-based system that provides a trusted and secure environment for running software programs. The TST infrastructure is based on a trusted computing architecture, which consists of several components. These components are: the first one is system controller. System controller is a hardware component that resides between the operating system and the rest of the hardware. The system controller enforces the policy set by the SCS, ensuring that any requests from the operating system or software programs are executed within a trusted environment. The second one is firmware. Firmware is the middle level of the TST infrastructure. It provides the bridge between the system controller and the operating system, allowing for the enforcement of the policies set by the SCS. The third one, hardware abstraction layer or HAL, is a layer of software that sits between the firmware and the operating system. The HAL provides an abstraction layer which allows for the separation of the firmware and operating system, making it easier to update and patch the firmware without disrupting the entire OS. The fourth one, system controller structure, SCS. SCS is a hardware component of TST that stores the security keys and policies for the system. The SCS acts as a root of trust for the TST infrastructure, guaranteeing that the firmware and operating system have not been tampered with. And the last one is OS, operating system. Operating system is the top level of the TST infrastructure. It is the interface between the user and the rest of the system, allowing for the execution of software application. And the last one, these components make the TSC infrastructure, providing a secure and trusted environment for running software programs. TST technology is integrated into the Intel Core i5 30600K CPU to provide a secure and trusted platform for running software application.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti HASMAH binti MAKRUP. Today I would like to present the conclusion. The conclusion is Intel Core i5 13th generation 13600K have many components and some of them are SSE 4.2, AVX2, Intel 64 and TXT. SSE 4.2 includes instructions that optimize string and text operations such as searching, comparing, and manipulating strings. AVX2 is vectorization extension to the Intel x64 instruction set that can perform single instruction multiple data SIMD instruction over vectors of 256 bits. Intel 64 is a larger physical address space which can address up to 256 TB of RAM. TXT provides a trusted and secure environment for running software programs. Intel Core i5 13th generation 13600K is a processor that has been updated from the previous processor and newly launched in September 2022. Intel Core i5 13th generation 13600K has a larger cache and core count. It also outright performance and has a great performance for gaming. The temperature also stay within comfortable range. So this processor is well worth using in 2023. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.